Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network proudly presents another exciting edition of Marvel Champions. So, everyone, please come into the movie theater here as we're ready to begin another exciting battle of a hero versus a villain. As for those of you who've been watching the channel, Spider Man got defeated by Zola with the starter deck. So, now we go back to the beginning again. So this time it is Captain Marvel's turn to try to take on these villains. Captain Marvel is a much different type of villain, is a much different type of hero. Captain Marvel, as Carol Danvers, has four recovery. As her alter ego, she can choose a player to draw a card, limit once per round. And on her hero side, two thwart, two attack, one defense. She can spend an energy resource and heal a damage from herself and draw a card. Captain Marvel is very capable of doing things very well, I should say. Um, After some practice, now the thing about Captain Marvel in the core set actually has two different starter decks. One starter deck has her as leadership, and the other starter deck has her as aggression. Against Rhino, I'm going to use aggression against Rhino in this case, and we will try leadership probably another time, but I'm going to stick with Captain Marvel in aggression. I think she is very strong. Probably Captain Marvel's weakness, of course, is her defense. Maybe protection may be the better deck to use with her for Captain Marvel, but we're going to use aggression as her deck. And running a practice against Rhino, I just finished a game where I probably pretty much beat Rhino in about uh, 3 turns. So Captain Marvel is very potent and very powerful, and this could be a very quick fight against Rhino. Once again, we are going to use Rhino standard 1 and 2. He has a scheme of 1, attack of 2. He's very simple. A lot of people like to think that Rhino is always usually a starter villain. I'm going to tell you right now, Rhino is not always beatable depending on the hero you use. And using Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel as leadership, I actually lost against him. Rhino is not your typical starter villain. And plus, of course, for those of you who play Marvel Champions a lot, you can make Rhino as easy or as hard as you want. You can make any villain as easy or as hard as you want. So we're going to go ahead and utilize Captain Marvel here against Rhino. And of course, we use the break-in. Rhino is trying to smash through the facility wall and steal a shipment of vibranium. You must stop him. So we go back to the core set. And of course, in order will be Rhino, Claw, and Ultron. So let's do a quick shuffle here, although I've already fully shuffled the decks. So let's see how Captain Marvel fares. Carol Danvers' nemesis is Yon Rog, for those of you who want to know who her nemesis is. So let's play a little Captain Marvel, see how quickly we can beat Rhino. So we draw 6 cards. Crisis and Addiction, Uppercut, Energy Absorption, Relentless Assault, Energy Channel, and First Aid. Well, Energy Channel I want to keep. I want to keep Energy Absorption. I'll keep Relentless Assault just in case. I'll keep Uppercut. I'll get rid of Crisis and Addiction and First Aid for the moment. And we'll draw 2 more, getting Alpha Flight Station and Genius. Okay. So let's see if Captain Marvel can do the job. Carol Danvers, choose a player to draw 1 card. She'll draw 1 for herself, getting Relentless Assault. Flipping over, she'll immediately do an attack for 2, bringing Rhino down to 12. And we're going to go ahead and put out the Energy Channel. And we're going to play Energy Absorption. Energy Channel, max 1 per player. Spend X energy resources, put X energy counters here. Discard energy channel. Deal 2 damage to an enemy to a maximum of 10 for each energy counter here. We'll have energy absorption to put 3 there. So already there are 6 points of damage already here on energy channel. And let's see. No minions in play at the moment, so we're going to play a Relentless Assault to put down the Alpha Flight Station. Alpha Flight Station, exhaust Alpha Flight Station, choose and discard 1 card from your hand, draw 1 card, draw 2 cards instead of your Carol Danvers. We're gonna get rid of Relentless Assault and draw, getting a Helicarrier. And we're gonna go ahead and play Genius and a Helicarrier for 3. To go ahead and do an uppercut, deal 5 damage to an enemy, and that will automatically already bring Rhino down to 7. Captain Marvel starts with 12 hit points. She can take a little bit of punch. She can take a little bit of damage. Ready our cards, and we get 5. Remember, the rules still state she gets beaten twice in stage 1. She gets twice beaten stage 1 or once in stage 2 of Rhino. That hero was defeated, and we will move on to the next. The next hero waiting is She-Hulk. Cosmic Flight, Haymaker, Strength, Uppercut, and Nick Fury. Okay, so get a threat on the break-in. Rhino attacks for 2. She'll take it. So attacks for 2 plus 1 is 3. So she will go down to 9. And counter card, getting Charge. When Rhino attacks, the attack gains overkill. Excess damage to an ally from this attack is dealt to that ally's controller. At the end of this attack, discard Charge. So he is going to attack for 5 on his next turn. All right. So Rhino's already down to 7. And we are going to... Well, since he's going to attack with a heavy damage, we're going to go ahead and utilize Strength, Uppercut, and Haymaker to bring out Nick Fury. So Nick Fury will come out. I'm going to keep Cosmic Flight. I'm actually going to use Cosmic Flight, put that on the energy channel. Nick Fury is going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. So he's going to deal 4 damage to Rhino. 1, 2, 3, bringing him down to 3. He will attack for 2, bringing him down to 1. Bring him down to 1. And Captain Marvel is going to thwart for 2. Take out the break-in. And we're gonna end our turn that way. And there's a reason why I did not want to knock Rhino down. And you'll find out what that is later. Philip Reynolds joins us here in the movie theater. Okay, so we read our turn. We get 5 cards. We get Cosmic Flight, Tenacity, Captain Marvel's Helmet, Crisis and Addiction, and Avengers Mansion. Okay. All right, so Rhino will go ahead and do a threat there on the break-in. Rhino will attack. Nick Fury will defend. He does 2 plus 3, which is going to be 5 plus 0. So Nick Fury goes away. He has to be discarded in a round anyway. Draw an encounter card, and it is a Hydra Mercenary. That gets a guard. That kind of stinks. All right, so that's a guard. So a Hydra Mercenary joins the fight. And we got to see what we're going to do here now. And she's got a guard, so I can't do anything to Rhino until I take out the Hydra Mercenary. All right, let's see. Alpha Flight Station. What do you want to do here? Alpha Flight Station is going to exhaust. I'm going to turn in Avengers Mansion, draw a card, getting Chase Them Down. And that's pretty good. After a hero attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. That's actually a pretty good thing to have in this case. Let's see. Let's see. Captain Marvel is going to attack for 2 on the Hydra Mercenary. And then we're going to use Crisis Interdiction and chase them down to put down Tenacity. Tenacity, spend a physical resource and discard this card. Ready your hero. And we then play Captain Marvel's Helmet, which is a physical resource, which is Tenacity, spend a physical resource and discard this card. So we ready her. And we shall attack for 2, getting rid of the Hydra Mercenary. And we're going to use Cosmic Flight to put the final touches on Energy Channel. So Energy Channel is fully ready. We will ready our hero here. Drawing 5 cards. Power of Aggression, Mockingbird, Combat Training, Emergency, and Combat Training. Okay. Still nothing really to deal with some thwart, but I think I know what I got to do here. All right, so Rhino will attack. She's going to take it. So 2 plus, so we put a threat on the scheme. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So she goes down to 6. We get an encounter card, and it is Shadow of the Past. Of course we get that. So Shadow of the Past joins us. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside Nemesis encounter set into the encounter deck. If your Nemesis minion does not enter the game this way, this card gains Surge. So in comes Yon-Rogg. And his side scheme is the Psych Magnetron. When revealed, place an additional threat there. And so his cards go into there. Amazing, we're actually talking about Shadows of the Past with Dale the Casual Gamer and ID Jester. All right, so that gets 4th threat on that. And that deals an extra encounter card. What a time for that. What a time for that to show up. Okay. Wow. I was hoping we wouldn't see that. All right, so Captain Marvel's turn. Well, I can zap Yon-Rogg out of there with the energy channel, but that's not what I wanted energy channel to use for. Wow, that's not what I was hoping I'd see. All right. So how do we want to do this? Let's see. Oh, Spidey lost to Zola. You'll have to. It's in my channel. You have to see how he lost. We're now playing Captain Marvel. We're back at Rhino since we start again from the beginning. We're using Captain Marvel Aggression, the starter deck for her and Aggression. Well, I was gonna knock Rhino's butt into submission. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of 1 combat training, exhaust Alpha Flight Station, getting Photonic Blast. That's good. That's what good. That helps. That helps. All right, that helps. That helps. Okay. Well, Can I win here? You know what? I think I can. Getting photonic blast here might have just won me the game. It may have done so. So yeah, I think we just won. So I think we just won the game. Getting photonic blast due to Alpha Flight Station just won me the game. And you're about to find out how we win here. Jan Rog is, of course, on the board, as well as a Psych Magnetron and such. Rhino is down to 1 hit point. Jan Rog, of course, is not a guard. You're about to see Captain Marvel win this game. Captain Marvel is going to attack for 2. We're going to attack Rhino. Rhino's going to go down from 1 to 0. So Rhino will do it right. So Rhino will now flip to 2. He has 15 hit points. You search the encounter deck and discard pile for the break-in and take-in side scheme and reveal it. So now we'll search for break-in and take-in. Which I guess is already here. Let's see. Break-in and take-in. I saw it here. You're about to see how he beats him. Here's the break-in and take-in side scheme. And that gets an additional threat. Break-in and take-in side scheme. So that gets 3 threat on it. But it won't matter because break-in and take-in, all they do is add encounter cards. So the break-in and take-in side scheme comes in, and Rhino goes to 15 hit points. But 15 hit points is all we got. But 15 hit points is all we got to worry about. 4, Captain Marvel will go ahead and use the power of aggression, combat training, and emergency. And play Photonic Blast. Deal 5 damage to an enemy if you pay for this card using an energy resource. Draw a card. We did. Emergency does that. 5 damage to an enemy. And that brings Rhino down to 10. We draw a card. Getting energy channel. But we already have an energy channel. Energy channel. Max spend X energy resources. Put X energy counters here. Discard energy channel. Deal 2 damage to an enemy to a maximum of 10 for each energy encounter here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Discard energy channel. And Rhino just gets blasted into oblivion. Bam! And that is why Captain Marvel is considered one of the more powerful heroes in the game. And that game is over. So Captain Marvel goes ahead and pounds Rhino into submission. It got interesting in there, but because of Alpha Flight Station allowed me to get the Photonic Blast, and that knocks Rhino right out. Didn't have to worry about the other 2 side schemes. So that is a win for Captain Marvel. As I said, a very short game I expected here. How will Captain Marvel do against Claw is the question. Since Claw and the Masters of Evil is a very since Claw and the Masters of Evil are very heavy on minions, I think aggression will work here better. I think I may change the rule a little bit for myself. Instead of there are starter decks, but a starter deck for a certain hero is one thing. But there is a Justice starter deck. In the core set, there's the Justice starter deck. There is an aggression starter deck. There is a protection starter deck. And there is a leadership starter deck. The starter decks for the basic cards are pretty much the same. So the basic cards like Tenacity, Nick Fury, Helicarrier, First Aid, they're all the same. All the basic cards are the same. Because the leadership starter deck is the same thing with the basic cards, except for, for aggression. So I think what I may do is depending upon the villain, I may choose a different starter deck. I figured aggression would work better here against Rhino, okay, due to due to really he only has one scheme, and you just need to beat the villain as fast as possible. Claw will be a little different because he's got minions, but of course, aggression has relentless assault, which helps you against minions. So that could be a little different here. Uh, we'll see. We're gonna stick with Captain Marvel and her aggression deck, and we'll see how that works. So, Shadow of the Past didn't matter anything. When we got the Photonic Blast, we knew Rhino was beaten. So that is a victory for Captain Marvel. She will now take on Claw in the next battle, and we'll see how she does there. So I thank everyone for joining me here. ID Jester and Philip Reynolds. Thank you for joining me in the movie theater. Please leave a like on your way out of it. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Also, don't forget, opening day of the Inside Pitch 1979 season is Monday. As we start another new season, my 4-week break is coming to an end. We're getting back to baseball. So that will be the Giants and the Reds. 1979 opening day is Monday night. And I think I'm going to have that as an 8 o'clock start since it is a primetime game for opening day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you next time here on RJL Network. It is Captain Marvel beating Rhino into submission. He had it looked like it was going to be interesting, but thanks to Captain Marvel's Alpha Flight station, he had no chance. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a good night.